The controversy over Kimmel's suspension continues to ripple across the country, with the president echoing the FCC chairman, suggesting that broadcast media who he says are against him could lose their licenses.
They give me only bad publicity for the press. I mean, if they're getting a license, I would think maybe their license should be taken away.
Well, today, Kimmel supporters are calling out ABC's parent company, Disney, some even protesting outside Disney studios, claiming the company caved to political pressure. Kimmel's program was put on hold after some ABC affiliate owners said they plan to preempt the program, and the FCC chairman pointed to the host's comments as misleading. Republican Senator Ted Cruz, among the high-profile conservatives now pushing back, saying that while what Kimmel said was wrong, Carr's comments that the FCC could take action against ABC because of Kimmel's words were, quote, unbelievably dangerous.
Now, some Americans are starting to push back. We've all heard it before. Busyness and money have always been part of the threat. So some people just decided to speak with their wallets. They canceled all their Disney subscriptions, saying, of course, it's not just ABC saying they don't want Bob Iger's Disney products. If this really is a censorship agenda, then that's their own anti-freedom clause they signed in. Then they also echoed it on their own online platform selling Disney Plus. It's fine. You just keep going, Jack. If you got scared by the FCC, that's on you, not Disney Plus, not the Disney cruises, not Disneyland, not Disney Worldy. Notice there were protests outside Disney headquarters saying I'm Lee Benji canceled Hulu, and Disney Plus threw them straight in the trash. We're not standing with Mickey and the other characters anymore, even if they used to be part of IT. If these companies just do whatever they want, the pressure might come from money or from the government, but there are a lot of people who can put pressure in their own way. That makes sense in a consumer culture, and it makes sense in a democracy. You still have your voice. You still have your money. You still have ways to speak up. Remember, now is the time to act even. Though I'm not telling you exactly what to do. Of course, everyone can make their own choices.
The Disney and Hulu boycott is actually working. This is Disneyland, and as you can see, it's looking much more empty than it normally does. People have decided to stop supporting Disney and anything Disney related since the canceling of Jimmy Kimmel. People are also canceling their subscriptions to Disney Plus and Hulu after this protest started just outside Disney Studios, and it seems to be really working. Though it seems that somebody decided to shoot at the ABC studio windows, which is obviously really unacceptable for somebody to do this and makes them no better than the people that are trying to cancel Jimmy Kimmel, because they're canceling him over the remarks about Donald Trump and Charlie Kirk. But in more positive news, the effects that you guys have on canceling your subscriptions to Hulu and Disney Plus, not going to the parks, has caused a $3.5 billion market value tank since the canceling of Jimmy Kimmel. And people want to know about other networks and studios that Disney owns that they can boycott. And this is a list of studios and film companies that people are canceling their subscriptions to and boycotting.
I don't know why the nation decided to fuck with Disney adults, but it looks like Disney has lost $3.5 billion since Kimmel's been taken off air. With the boycott, I'm assuming Disneyland's just going to be overrun by Orange County conservatives and just conservatives in general. No, because they're going to be, it's a small world. They would throw another January 6th because there's, different languages on the ride, and they wouldn't understand. They'd see Donald Duck with a sombrero on the ride and call ICE. He doesn't have paperwork. And I couldn't even imagine the outrage at Disney World and Epcot with all of the countries, and not every single one of them is the United States. Their biggest advocate is Snoop Dogg out here taking his fucking nephew to the movie and saying, I don't know how to talk about this. I don't know how to explain this to my kids. Anyways, here's your friendly reminder to cancel your Hulu subscription, as I need to do the same when I get home. Let's make that 3.8 billion higher, baby.
Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much for your support, and thank you so much for clicking on this video. In today's video, let's talk about Disney. Disney has landed in the middle of a firestorm, and this time it's not about movies, park prices, or animated characters. The controversy started when Disney and ABC decided to suspend late night host Jimmy after his comment sparked backlash in certain circles. What Disney may not have expected, however, is the reaction from everyday viewers. Now, subscribers are cancelling Disney Plus and Hulu in droves, and a boycott is taking shape that threatens the company's streaming future. Let's get into the video, but before, let me play a few clips on the same, and I'll be back with my own commentary. All credit goes to the original creators of each and every video you see here.
Damn, the free speech bros were not fucking around this time. I don't know if you guys realize how significant this is. Within just a few days of the Disney boycott, Disney has lost almost the entire box office gross of the Star Wars sequel trilogies. What I'm saying is, all the Star Wars sequel trilogies combined box office gross was like $4.8 billion. And within just a few days, Disney has lost $3.8 billion due to these boycotts. That is the power we hold, guys. That is the power of speaking with your wallet, of voting with your wallet. If you canceled your subscriptions in the past few days, bravo, well done.
The Disney and Hulu boycott is actually working. This is Disneyland, and as you can see, it's looking much more empty than it normally does. People have decided to stop supporting Disney and anything Disney related since the canceling of Jimmy Kimmel. People are also canceling their subscriptions to Disney Plus and Hulu after this protest started just outside Disney Studios, and it seems to be really working. Though it seems that somebody decided to shoot at the ABC studio windows, which is obviously really unacceptable for somebody to do this and makes them no better than the people that are trying to cancel Jimmy Kimmel, because they're canceling him over the remarks about Donald Trump and Charlie Kirk. But in more positive news, the effects that you guys have on canceling your subscriptions to Hulu and Disney Plus, not going to the parks, has caused a $3.5 billion market value tank since the canceling of Jimmy Kimmel. And people want to know about other networks and studios that Disney owns that they can boycott. And this is a list of studios and film companies that people are canceling their subscriptions to and boycotting.
Breaking news, Disney Plus celebrities are calling for a boycott of Disney after the Jimmy Kimmel cancellation, and here's the top 5 who are doing it. Number 5 is Tatiana Maslany. She's the star of She-Hulk on Disney Plus, and they've made her angry, and you're not gonna like her when she's angry. Number 4, Damon Lindelof, the producer of Lost. Number 3, David S. Goyer. He's most known for co-writing the Dark Knight trilogy with Christopher Nolan. He says he will refuse to work with Disney again. Number 2 is Amy Landecker, who stars in the show Transparent. Number 1 is Sierra Swan.
What stands out most about this situation is how personal it feels to audiences. For many, this was not just about whether someone agrees or disagrees with Jimmy's comments. Instead, it's become about whether a global entertainment company should silence one of its own voices for speaking out. To Jimmy's supporters, Disney's move looks less like discipline and more like submission to political pressure. And when people feel like corporation is bending its knees in that way, they often choose the simplest form of protest, cancelling their subscription or a boycott. Online, the energy is loud and organized. Thousands of former customers are posting screenshots of their cancellation, encouraging each other to do the same. Hashtags calling for a boycott are spreading quickly, and the message is clear. Viewers believe that Disney crossed a line, and this kind of organized response is especially dangerous for Disney because streaming has become one of its lifetime. With traditional TVs declining and box office revenue inconsistent, Disney Plus and Hulu represent the company's future. Losing trust here is far riskier than it may appear at the first glance. This is not happening in a vacuum either. Disney has already been struggling with subscriber frustration. Shows have been pulled without warning, and fans' favorites have been abruptly cancelled. And price hikes have left customers questioning the value of staying subscribed. Add in the Jimmy's suspension, and the boycott suddenly looks like the tipping point many were waiting for. It's not just one issue, it's a build-up of frustration now spilling over into action. Critics say that the biggest problem is the precedent they set. Comedy has always been about pushing boundaries, about speaking truth in ways that sometimes sting. By suspending Jimmy, Disney risks sending a message that its performance must tread carefully or risk punishment. To fans, that feels like a betrayal of creativity itself. And when creative freedom disappears, audience worry that authenticity disappears too. For some, Disney's decision is being called out tone deaf, especially in a time when the company is already under pressure to prove it still understands its audience. And instead of protecting its brand, the suspension may have done the opposite. It highlighted a disconnect between executives and viewers, and that disconnect has fueled a boycott that shows no signs of slowing down in the future. At the end of the day, Disney's suspension of Jimmy is about more than one comedian. It's about what viewers see as corporate overreach, the silencing of voices, and a growing frustration with how the company handles controversy. Whether Disney can turn things around remains to be seen, but one thing is clear: the audience has found voices and is speaking through cancellation. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next video.